Hey everyone, it's Mojaxx back in the DJcity UK lab. Today we've got a review of the Numark DJ2GO2. This is an all-in-one controller for Serato DJ Lite, previously Serato DJ Intro, but it also works with, if you have a license for it, the full Serato DJ Pro. And that makes this kind of interesting because on the one hand, we have an $80 street price beginner controller for learning to mix on. This thing is great. You've got real pitch faders, so you can learn to manually beat match. You've got the built-in audio interface, so you've got output to your powered speakers, you've got your headphone socket and the USB to the computer. You've got jog wheels, so you can pitch bend and so on as well. Hot cues, loops, all of that is all on here, which is great for a beginner. If you're looking for a gift for a young family member or someone who wants to learn how to DJ, this is a really spot-on investment because it's not loads of money that you're dropping. If they decide they're not into it, that's okay because you're only down $80, which is not that much in the scheme of things. But it's also really good for pros, for people who want to put mixes together on the road, on a plane, in a hotel room, in the back of a bus. This thing is great for that because you've got the practice mode in Serato DJ Pro now with that 2-deck interface. You can do a lot more than you could before, but still having physical controls just attached on there makes life so much more fun when you're working on mixes as you're going through, on practice mixes, record stuff, whatever. This thing is a real treat for that. And again, only $80. Let's take a look around it, right? It's all plastic construction. That is to be expected at this price, of course. I've got no complaints there. You've got real pitch faders on each side. They are short, so they are, not the most accurate things you're going to find in the world. Plus or minus 8% range, but they're good enough to learn on, certainly. And for a pro, you'll be able to work with those. The jog wheels don't scratch. They can scrub through the track when you're paused, but when you're playing, they are just for pitch bend. And really, you're not going to be scratching on a tiny little 1.5-inch size jog wheel. It's not going to happen. So I've got no issues with that. Cue, play, and sync. And then you have the pad mode. So you've got 4 pads on each side. You've got hot cues, and you can hold down the pad mode and actually delete those if you do that. And then you've got auto loops on there. Now these don't currently work properly in Serato DJ Lite. I've reported this to Serato, and so hopefully that'll be fixed soon, but they do work fine in Serato DJ Pro. You've got manual looping, so in and out, and you can activate and deactivate the loop and also jump to a saved loop. And then you've got sampler as well. So you can activate up to 4 samples there. Simple, not the most advanced amount of control you're ever gonna get, but good enough for the purpose in hand. The master level up there, the cue level, and there's a pretty good amount of volume out of this thing. It's not the loudest thing in the world. Of course, it is USB bus powered, but I plugged into a mixer at a gig. I actually did a 5-hour bar gig with this thing just to see if I could, and I totally pulled it off. And I ran it into a sub mixer. The level coming out was pretty decent. Not gonna blow anyone away, but it was good enough. The level controls are kind of interesting because you might think, looking at their positioning, that they are maybe gain controls or something, but they're not. They are just the actual level controls in the mixer in Serato DJ, which you cannot actually see. So it's slightly counterintuitive, but again, just works fine. You've got the browse controls, load for each side, and that's it. And that's really all you need. The connections are both on 3.5mm jacks, which is absolutely fine again. And you've got a little crossfader in the middle there to go between the tracks. And that's it. It's simple. It's stripped down, One thing that I would like to see maybe would be a shift button on there so you can actually do a little bit more. One thing I'd love to be able to do is scrub through the track really fast by holding shift and then spinning the jog wheel. But honestly, it's enough. There's enough here to work with. And the good thing is with Serato DJ Pro, if you're using it with that, you can actually do the hardware remapping. So for example, I don't really use manual loops very often. So I've done some remapping on there. I've got the beat jump at the bottom, quantize on and off, and you can activate an effect with the button there. So that's one way of working with this thing. You can customize it to your own taste a little bit. For me, this is ideal for track prep. So I love the idea that I can turn quantize on, use the beat jump to skip through the track and set cue points right the way through. This is all very, very cool stuff. So yeah, overall, it's a cool little investment for $80. Again, that price is the killer thing here. And it is so portable, it's so small, so lightweight. You're not gonna notice that you're carrying it around half the time, which is fantastic. It is the kind of thing that will get you out of trouble at a gig. If everything else breaks, you can still plug this in and rock the party. And if you're a beginner, yeah, it's gonna do the job. This is my first time really playing with Serato DJ Lite since that just dropped a few weeks ago. One disappointment for me there is that you still can't record mixes in it. You know, it's really important, I think, for a beginner to be able to record their mix and hear themselves back. So that is a bit of a shame, but otherwise Lite is a very competent DJ program. You know, there's plenty in there to work with if you're just getting used to the idea of DJing. Really, the only thing that's lacking, I would say, for a beginner is the ability to record your sets, but otherwise it's fine. And this thing, yeah, as I say, seamless with Serato DJ Pro. And I have seen some pro DJs that I know talking about this thing on social media. They've got hold of one of these and they are using it in those situations. They're using it when they're traveling to record mixes and that kind of stuff. And they've really kind of fallen in love with it. So it's definitely something that if you want that kind of solution, you should look at. If you know a beginner who wants to get into DJing at a very low cost, this is a great solution for you. Overall, it's a fun, impressive bit of kit, the DJ2GO2. Thank you for watching today. Make sure you subscribe for all our future tips, tricks, and product reviews. I'll see you soon.